It is common knowledge in the business world that people make buying decisions based on emotion, then justify their decisions with logic later. Our brains frequently trick us into thinking our logical minds are more in control than they actually are. Responsible adults need to choose how they live and use logic to aim at the right things. However, recognizing that your heart has a say is important. This is my experience. I'm a person who tends to overweight the value of logic and analysis. This personality trait has sometimes led me to confusion about the way others approach their lives. It has also led me down some strange paths in my own journey. For example, I found myself early in my 30s in a challenging and enjoyable job with coworkers I both liked and respected. I was financially stable and in a marriage with a child and another on the way. I had supportive parents and regular connection with childhood friends. It was a dream life. My analytical mind was a key in my business success. I would frequently break down a problem in terms of systems, processes, and components, factoring in people and skills after identifying the process strengths or failures first. It also served me well in my financial life and my hobbies. Turning logic to things I liked doing, for instance, creating spreadsheets and theory crafting in video games, made me stand out and outperform my natural skill level and reaction time. However, something was off and steadily getting worse. I was overusing my strength in analytics to suppress feelings in my personal life. Intellectually, I knew my life was good. I could observe that things were better for me than I could reasonably expect. So why would I feel bad? I kept telling myself that happiness equals reality divided by expectations. If I kept my expectations low, or even reasonable, I would be over the moon with happiness. I adopted an attitude of gratitude and set aside time for mindfulness meditation a couple of times a week. These things helped me a lot, and I would recommend them for nearly everyone. It was during my mindfulness and gratitude practice, largely, that I found that I had unfulfilled dreams. My logical mind had set these dreams aside, but my heart had not yet let them die. Some of these dreams were in the past and would never come true. Some depend upon others who were unaware, unwilling, or unable to fulfill them. Some were unrealistic. Identifying that my heart was still clinging to these dreams was a key unlock for me. I had to let some of these dreams die, recognize that some were outside of my locus of control, and then choose which unlikely to happen dreams I should keep. While most of these are private, one of them I have talked about before. My wife was my high school sweetheart. I wanted her to get to know my grandparents well. That side of the family was cautious about spending time with girlfriends or boyfriends until an official commitment. My grandparents both passed the year before I proposed. It took me around 8 years to finally accept that this specific dream was dead, to mourn it and to let it go. I physically went to their gravesite for the mourning process. If you find yourself in a situation like mine, I would recommend that you create a ceremony or physical representation of putting a dream behind you. In my experience, it will increase the emotional impact of letting go, amplify the mourning process, and thereby lead to deeper healing. This may be part of why so many cultures and religions across time have used ceremony and totems to represent loss, sacrifice, and death. My story, at least this story, is about my heart winning when I thought my head was in control. You can also pivot too hard the other way, living for your heart in every moment. The heart will lead you down the path of short-term thinking and sabotage your long-term goals if you allow it. Alignment between your heart and your head is key. Many men these days want to be stoic and ignore the heart. My caution to you is that it will catch up with you if you do not tend to it. While you may bear that pain silently and with great strength, you are likely to pass the pain on to people you love in unexpected ways if you don't tend to it. If you like this, please drop a subscribe, check us out on Substack, or, give us a like.